Yeah, do you see the double solid yellow line on the other side? Well, here in San Andreas, we drive on the right side of the road, which means, you know, on a two-way street, if the curb is to your left, something's wrong if you're parking.
You learn something, two things new every day. I'll take a little trip to Southside and I'll make sure to stop at every red light.
Perfect. Perfect. And do you know the speed limit, Ian?
30 probably.
No, it's not that.
20?
No, it's not that.
40?
Not that.
Not a clue then.
55 within city limits, Ian.
Right. I'll stick to 55. I'll set a little limiter. Cruise control.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's get the ball rolling.
You know, Sawyer, it kind of sounds like Vic.
That'd be Vic and gone too soon.
Squad, but eastbound on the Dre. Right, southbound, Peaceful Street.
Too much soft apologies.
Eastbound, left northbound, Old Street.
Horses for secondary right, eastbound San Andreas. Southbound, the lower power in front of the paywall. Left eastbound switch 22, continue southbound lower power. Right, southbound Elgin 15 with a quad.
Miguel Almerian is down. Reckless and just took out his citizen. We're going to be opening up PBS.
Ooh.
That guy might want to be come on Miguel. He said he's going to kill him. Force secondary eastbound Carson has he's left northbound Davis. Continue northbound Davis in front of City Hall. Vehicle is coming to a stop. Just taking up again, pulling into Dick Lovers. Right, eastbound Innocence. Left northbound Davis, passing the ADMC block. Left westbound Capitol.
You did it, bud. I'm proud of you. Now, why would you park all the way over here? The door's on the other side.
I didn't want to illegally park
Right,
or do
westbound
a U-turn that could,
Innocence.
you know, be
Vehicle
illegal.
still drifting.
It was the first parking spot I could find.
Right, northbound Strong.
You know
we can
that,
get a
like,
jog on.
there's like equal distance between like the left side and the right side, both of which there's parking
Right,
spots.
northbound into Strawberry
Like
Gas.
over here.
We'll get a jog on.
I'm gonna be waiting here.
To being northbound Strawberry. Northbound Strawberry approaching Integrity Way. Merging northbound LS Freeway.
Stop drifting.
Oh my gosh.
Northbound LS Freeway passing Mirror Park.
Attempted murder of a government employee.
Holding right for the Mirror Park exit. Left to westbound Vinewood Park Drive.
Are these the people in the tunnel?
Vehicle has been hit. Mobile eastbound Vinewood Park.
Yeah, this is one we didn't respond to because we were processing someone.
Road in you know?
Did you not feel like a jog on,
Southbound
officer?
Viner Park across
No,
Deer
I
Park
just need
Boulevard,
to
right, westbound
verify that you got
1,
that
left,
ID.
eastbound Deer Park Boulevard.
I've got it. Would you like to see it?
22
Yeah, if you
southbound
just flash that.
off-road parallel York Street.
Perfect. Thank you.
Left
Now, what are we going to be
eastbound
doing moving
bridge.
forward, Ian?
Sticking to all the speed limits and stopping at red lights.
Left
All the speed
northbound
limits, and yet
Glory
you only
Way.
know one of them, Ian.
55.
Yep. But there's
Left
2 more
55
speed
over
limits.
Boulevard.
If I do 55 over it, means I'm not going to get caught for speeding. Can't do me for going too slow.
Well, I mean, not exactly true. You can still drive too slow in certain areas,
Another car into his house.
making it dangerous for others.
Yeah, he's getting out of car.
Driving 5 miles an hour on a freeway where the speed limit is
Well, yeah,
90.
I'm not. You didn't sound too sure about that one, officer.
Oh, no, another car right
No,
to the
I'm
left
just
to a Toby
I'm
Jones.
letting you know speed limit's 90 on the freeway.
No, what I was saying is I
Westbound
obviously do
Bridge
55 there, and then there's no way in hell no one's going to pull me over.
Left southbound Elgin.
I mean, try your luck.
Yeah.
Try your luck. If everyone has to overtake you, you know that's a bit problematic. If you're if you're approaching like half the speed limit.
I was probably just telling me something to put my foot down.
Yeah, I mean, considering you were above the speed limit earlier, I'm going to assume this isn't going to be much an issue.
No, obviously, no.
Uh-huh. Right.
Wouldn't be any sort of issue, you know?
Ian, consider this your only warning, okay? I ain't gonna lie, I looked at your profile, and I see some attempted murders on there, which is concerning.
No, we can forget about them. We can look past those.
I mean,
Change
legally we can if you get your record expunged.
Right, westbound Vespucci.
Until then, they are on your profile.
Westbound Vespucci.
And I don't
I
appreciate
think-
you trying to murder my coworkers, Ian.
I think we could look past those, officer, and
Right,
you know,
address.
believe in second chances, maybe third chances. Depends what we're on.
I'm a firm believer in second chances. Okay, but not a half-ass, second chance or second opportunity. You got to put effort into it, Ian.
I feel like I put quite a bit of effort there walking in, you know.
Ian, it's been
Walking
2
in there
days.
and driving.
That's
Yeah.
nice,
And I'm a changed man. I'm
And
now
the
a
only
mechanic.
reason I'm speaking to you right now is because you broke the law.
You're gonna write northbound BC incline. BC,
Yep, that's
sorry,
fair.
UCB.
You got
Uh-huh.
me there.
Yep. So, Ian, don't do nothing stupid, okay?
Oh, I'm just a humble Mosley's worker. Changed man.
Right. You stay safe
I
out
just-
there, Ian. I gotta go.
I just fit parts. Yeah, no, that sounds great.
Vibrating, left eastbound San Andreas. Left northbound behind Bay City Bank, heading towards Bay City, exiting towards Bay City again. Take the squeeze right northbound Bay City. Fucking 50. Good north, BCB 22. Continuing northbound Bay City over Red Desert, push towards Marathon, right eastbound Marathon. BCB around Blue Cage. Went southbound in the alleyways, yeah. I think. I hear, yeah, he's exiting out Bay City, right northbound Bay City. Come towards you.
Northbound Bay City over Boulevard Del Perro. Around the bend eastbound I-50 and I'm out. He went southbound, I believe.
He went east. I just saw him on West Clips, BCB. Didn't come south. He sent eastbound West Clips.
Oh my god.
Clips, I'll take Dawson.
Hey, Perp.
Car would they be coming back?
I'm still at his car. I was gonna move it, but he might be coming back this way, so I'm not gonna move it just yet.
Do you want to impound this car? It's all good.
Come on, little guy, you can do it. I got faith in you. We all got faith in you. Hotwire
So he
that
went to his
fucking
house and
car.
pulled out a new car.
Yeah, so he was drifting, and he was like drifting around like cops, like he wanted to chase.
Come
So
on,
I gave
man.
him exactly
You
what
got
he
this.
wanted,
We all
and then he
believe in
realized
you.
he was in a drift car.
Is that quad by Legion Square involved at all?
Negative. The quad bike got hit when he was driving.
Hey, firm. Also, the evidence that's on scene here, is this able to be cleared up, or is it involved in the active situation?
They're at the quad bike in Legion off Adam's Apple.
Not Adam's Apple, in front of the Fleek.
Hey,
Wait, are y'all on another frequency?
That was a
Channel
channel 3
3.
thing.
A firm, I'll speak with him. I'll just 390 was on 1. The casings and projectiles here on scene, are those able to be cleared up, or part of an active?
They'll be from taser and stuff.
Firm. There might be, yeah, there's some DNA there. I don't know if you want to grab that. I don't know what it's in reference to.
Is there any unit free? I got a 95. I'll take it.
You can lock pick it. Listen, I want to see you slim jim that son of a bitch. You got it. Lucas. Hi, I'm Rupert. Do I look like a fucking Rupert to you? I look like a goddamn bear.
I'm just getting this real quick. And then I'm gonna roll out.
No, I'm not. I was on.
I believe in you.
No, I'm not. But I gotta follow that guy. So pick him up.
Run away.
Do you need an evidence bag, or do you got it?
Rupert, I'm
No,
right
I'm
behind
okay,
you.
I'm okay.
All right.
Alright, I'm ready to go.
What? Your name's Rupert? What's the name of this British guy?
So there's no tow drivers or anything on right now. What do you want me to do with it?
We'll just mark up and leave it outside at MRPD. It's not violent, so.
Alright.
Back to the bridge. Bridge is actually a really good spot. I'm not gonna lie.
No problem, Rupert.
Wait. This view is actually pretty solid. I think the funniest thing is we positioned here, and the first car that sped past was a part of the active pursuit. And then very shortly after, the astronaut from Tommy Oliver. So, I'm gonna be real. I thought of that, but if I'm sitting here long enough, there's literally gonna be locals on both sides of the bridge, and they're just gonna crash. Dun dun dun.
Dispatch 464, 10-8.
I don't know about that song.
I'm gonna write a warrant for that if you get your statements in. I'm putting up the report now.
Time for I'll add my photos in just a second.
first car we clocked was a speeding cop. Fucking Arnie. Dispatcher 90 1038 westbound Vespucci with a blue and color Premier on turn occupants.
In it, bro.
Engine off, please.
We have cash exchange to rob.
You have a cash exchange to rob. That's
And we have vouchers to give out.
You should reconsider, sir.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Howdy, partner.
Hi, I'm Senior Deputy Rhodes
Howdy.
of the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. How are you?
We are fantastic. You want me to roll all the windows down, or is this cool?
Actually, if you could roll all the windows down, I can't actually see
That's
the people.
Only
in
the
the
other
back.
side I can roll down. The back ones don't work. I'll
do you mean
open the
they
doors though.
What do you mean they don't work?
They don't work. Actually, I don't know how I passed MOT because like that shit don't be working. Oh shit!
Oh,
I didn't mean that.
yeah,
I'm telling you, this car just does its own thing sometimes.
Right. Like
It just turned on again. It's not me turning that on. It's doing it itself. What's Zasta's car? Anyways.
right.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
know,
gonna go
right?
ahead and shut this door here.
Okay.
There we
No
go.
worries. No worries.
So I imagine you know why I'm pulling you over today.
See, I'm telling you, this might be a transformer.
Ooh. I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure we can.
Bro,
Oh.
that's not me doing that.
I don't know if I believe you. Oh, that's a wall. Ooh.
Did he evade?
Well, he took off.
Oh.
He might be dead. They drove in a straight line into a wall.
They ejected.
Did they?
I think I can see them out first.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, they might be dead.
Ow. Fuck.
What happened?
That wasn't me. The car just did its own thing. Now you believe me or no?
If it can, how about we step out of the car if it's unsafe?
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh fuck,
Wow,
that's not a good
so
idea
smart.
no more. Shit.
Oh.
Gonna put that back in
Sir,
the car.
we
don't
can look
feel
past
safe
that
here
if you just surrender the firearm, you know.
We are not
Oh.
looking past nothing.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna give it to my friend here so
No.
I don't have it.
no. I saw it, so I'm gonna need it.
Vivian.
Yeah.
I'm good.
This is a fucking
What did you see,
awful
though?
I
traffic
needed
I didn't even
stop,
see
bro.
it. What
Yeah.
was it?
It's
It
a
was-
little
it
bit
was
late,
a
so don't worry
firearm.
about it.
It's a terrible.
Which one?
Hey, we are in the traffic stop
was
as
giving
well, so I
deagle.
need to hang up.
Oh, okay.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
Appreciate you.
giving
Bye.
50 caliber for sure.
Yeah. So how about we just go ahead and surrender that?
Hold on, was it?
Not happen. That's not
Did that
gonna
gun
happen.
look like this one?
Oh.
No, didn't look
That
like
might
that
have been
one.
it.
One?
No,
Oh, it's a
no, it didn't
different
look
one
like
then, I
that.
guess. Never mind.
Yep. So come on, let's go. Just go ahead and turn it in. You know,
I can't.
you
Not
can.
really.
You're choosing not to.
Yeah.
There's
That's
a difference.
choice I'm willing to make.
Okay. Well, that's problematic.
We're gonna leave because this
That's
is
No,
such
no,
a
no, no,
awkward-
that's- that's not necessary.
We are going to a pool party.
No.
How the fuck do I go in reverse? Look at that score.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dispatch 398 activated with the blue and colored Premier westbound Vespucci, occupied 4 times, left southbound power, traffic light, weather clear, speeds 90. Right, westbound Adams Apple Boulevard. Driver of the vehicle got out with a deagle in hand, not realizing he was carrying it. It's just second nature. So definitely armed. Left eastbound Carson.
76.
Hard braking, right, southbound through the apartments to the east side of Mosley's. Cutting through another alleyway onto Grove and continuing southwest into the canals. Emerging westbound in the canals towards Alta. I lost a lot of speed. They're continuing northbound towards Lower La Porta. And they pulled off to the west. I'm currently VCB. I'm going to assume they U-turned and went south.
I see them there. They're on the railroad tracks going eastbound towards Olympic.
Stay firm.
Maybe exit on Innocence, otherwise it exits under Strawberry.
I'm on Innocence.
I'm on Strawberry in Innocence.
I'm on Olympic Freeway.
Just down Adams Apple in case that they beat me out and head north.
I turtled. I didn't see anything by the VU or anyone pull off. Just to verify, moonshine stills within city limits are illegal, correct? Or has that changed?
Depends on where you find them.
They're like behind a property off of Strawberry, like to the west side of Strawberry gas station.
I can double check. There's like legal distilleries. How many stills is there?
Looks like 2 small ones. I see it from Olympic Freeway. I'm gonna circle around. I'm down to call the Blue Premier UTL.
Dispatch 432-10-8.
464-76 latest S boost. Retreat.
You guys want L1 AM?
Please.
Okay.
Six most recent 99 Alpha, 9F Cabrio.
All that is toxic.
Yeah.
The hobos are in there.
Whereas it's southbound North Rockford Drive, there's a green and
I
color
haven't seen one of these for a long time.
Yeah, me neither. Definitely not within city limits. I mean, they were almost entirely legalized up north.
Were they really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But they would have to be on your property. So I'm looking here. It says individual citizens may legally possess up to 2 moonshine crates or jugs for personal use. Possessing more than this limit may be prosecuted according to the San Andreas Penal Code. Distilling licenses will be issued on an as-needed basis at the discretion of Los Santos County Mayor's Office. They may charge up to $25,000. Business with a distilling license may keep up to 100 moonshine crates in stock at any time, or responsible for the recording of all transactions involving moonshine. Employees. How are we supposed to verify any of this?
Well, this is the thing. I mean, this could be anybody's, and there's more, obviously more than. I mean, I don't even know how many these produce, if at all.
Sending southbound over Adams into the south side. Speeds of about 160.
Kind of like, have you seen the
Weather is nice and bright.
legislation regarding the let's see, the facially enhanced license?
Can we scramble L1 and maybe another unit?
What?
Yeah. Let me read this to you, and you let me know if you find there to be any problem. States, there's a population of citizens in Los Santos who often have their faces discriminated against, including but not limited to having their faces referenced as masks. This can at times lead to said individuals having parts of their face maliciously ripped off. Other citizens with facial medical conditions may unreasonably be subject to having their breathing apparatus and medical face masks torn from their persons, resulting in unknown medical side effects. This piece of legislation aims to protect them. Scope. all citizens residing in Los Santos County. Constitutional justification. This legislation aligns with Article 3, Section 3, right to dignity, and Article 3, Section 8, right to health and protection of others of the Constitution. This is Article 1, qualification. Citizens who are qualified may register for special protections via the facially enhanced license. B, in order to qualify, citizens must fall into one of these following categories. A, facial medical condition. Okay, I'm actually so bothered because it starts with A and then it goes to Roman numerals as 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Oh my god. Well, that just
Anyways,
sounds like...
medical condition that requires a specialty apparatus that may cover part or all of the face. Facial prosthetics, citizens that have unique facial prosthetics, and any other situation approved by the board of directors. Then it indicates how you obtain a license. And then it says Article 3. No one other than a qualified doctor of Los Santos Medical Group may attempt to remove the item from the face of the citizen. B. This also disallows an untrained citizen from removing the item oneself. C. Anyone who attempts to remove an item outlined in this legislation without authorization listed will be subject to criminal proceedings and/or civil charges. Which begs the question, how the fuck are we supposed to know?
Well, this is the thing, because we can't touch them at all. It's just protecting anybody who wears a mask. I mean, technically, I could get away with that because I've got a beard.
Yeah, but I'm not looking to take your beard off.
Yeah, but you know, even
but
if
if someone's wearing
to.
something covering their face, they could sort of feign that they're, you know, in compliance with this legislation so that we don't identify them.
By that decree, we could, as horrible as it may sound, we could say, well, that person's that person because they constantly wear that particular facial recognizing device, i.e. mask.
Okay, counterpoint. Do you know Denzel
Yes, I do.
Wallace? The one with the mask, right?
Yes, because as soon as you said his name, his mask, to me, that's his face.
Right. One of the few. But counterpoint. What if somebody robs a cash exchange wearing exactly what Denzel wears?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And that's not Denzel acting maliciously. But how are we supposed to treat that?
So, how are we supposed to know? Oh my, well, that's just another thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't quite know. I don't quite know how this is to be reasonably entertained. Like, it also says, I skipped the license acquisition, but I'll read it. It says, in order to acquire, you attend a doctor appointment with a member of Los Santos Medical Group, or a citizen will undergo a full physical exam. The doctor will assign the patient to one of two qualifying categories, facial medical condition or facial prosthetic. The doctor must sign a report and contact a member of the LSPD. Officers then required to fill out the following information on the citizen's profile. The signing doctor, details including whether the citizen falls into category 1 or 2. Date of information added, date license was issued, and officer who entered the information. But this, we go back to square one where, how am I supposed to be able to get to the point in which I can confirm their actual identity to know this is them? But if somebody is wearing what Denzel wears and claims to be Denzel, and I pull up Denzel's profile, am I supposed to just shrug and go, "Nah, it's Denzel"?
It's Denzel. Yeah, yeah.
It's very problematic. Tina, I'm so sorry for the delay. Thank you for the raid. I hope you had a good stream.
Okay, what are we going to do about these?
I don't know. I will say it. So okay. I know that these are commercial properties on the other side. And considering there's two here, I'm going to assume this might fall within legislation, but I don't quite know the limitations of, like, can it be anywhere? Does it have to be, like, I mean, truthfully, I don't think commercial properties without any additional outlined, like, property line should have this.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, obviously here is a kind of a loading area. What we've got some, someone's obviously put some signs up, some cameras. 3-bay loading area. This has got to be something to do with the VU, and perhaps we are to assume that this is, I don't know, perhaps they are cutting their own costs. You know, everyone's keeping costs down, and they're making their own brew. So it could all be totally legit.
You're not wrong. I again don't know how we're supposed to confirm anything, because if I wanted to skirt guidelines here, if I find any property, any private property, even if abandoned, we'd have no way to confirm anything.
Right, because it's technically not on private property.
Well, we have no means. No. We have no means of determining outside of FOIAing information, and that would have to come from judges and likely take some time. In the past, we used to have well, actually, Barrett FOIA'd the state account and has a full list of every property and who owns it. So technically, we could work backwards from that. But like, we have nothing. Okay, let me rephrase. Let's say I know you own a property. I can look up your profile and I'll see that you own the property. But if I'm at a property and don't know the owner, I cannot just make the owner's name appear. There's no like property tab on the MDT, or anything to that extent.
Yep.
So the best we'd have is going through Barrett's document regarding who has paid what for, you know, what fees for what property to determine who owns it. I don't understand this though. Production. I don't get it.
So I'm looking at advanced big stills, the most advanced and only stills permitted for production of commercial moonshine. Now, that doesn't give. I'm looking at this in front of us, and to me, that is two. They're big. They're fairly big stills. So to me, these are two big stills. Now, I'm not going to go in there because.
Wait. Did you say this is a big still?
I'm going to assume that this looks like a fairly big still.
No. There are much larger. Think like a large metal.
You think about the containers on the right-hand side as you go up on the.
Not like the Union Road silos or anything. There's photos. If you go to reports and type in moonshine, I guarantee very quickly we'll find something.
Right, okay.
Just so that you can at least have a reference point. Okay, perfect. You should see Moonshine Stills docs. If you type in moonshine under reports. It is 20452. And then...
Yep.
You'll see that looks like it's on a boat. But the photo there, those are like the industrial, you know, like advanced moonshine stills.
They're gonna be the big ones, aren't they?
Yep.
Christ,
so here's the interesting bit. It states individual citizens may legally possess up to 2 moonshine crates or jugs for personal use. But where's the mention of
the actual stills?
Production and what's actually allowed?
I mean,
it mentions businesses, but how do we confirm any of that if there isn't a document here for us to look into?
Well, whenever I've come up against something like that, I use whatever's in front of me. I know it may be wrong, it may be odd, but I use whatever's in front of me. So what I've got in front of me, now you just showed me them, we've got 2 little stills. And on each of them, there's 1 jug and 2 little ones, which to me make up 2 jugs. So to me, in front of me right now, there's 2 persons' personal usage. Now, I don't know if there's anything going on inside these stills. I'm not going to touch them because I don't want you and I to blow up. So that's just what I'm seeing right in front of me. And this is kind of how I always play things like this. Always have, always will do. Now, whether it's on private property, that would be like, say for example, we were to remove these. I don't know. We blow out the fire and we kind of knock them over, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Someone could come back and say, "Oh well, these are for my own consumption. This is my own private property." We can't determine whether it's not because there's no clear defined lines.
You're not wrong. Though I will say, it does specify business owners who wish to sell commercial moonshine to the public must obtain blah blah blah, and then it says a business may sell up to 2 moonshine crates or jugs per day to individual customers. But it went on to say at some point, a business with a distilling license may possess and operate up to 5 advanced big stills, all of which must be located and operated. But it makes no mention of these small ones. Is that because the small ones would be for personal and therefore not covered? Because so the reason I say that is because I see nothing outlined here regarding individual production, but you can possess for personal use up to 2 moonshine crates or jugs, and you can purchase, because the distilling license businesses can give up to 2 per person. So like, I don't know. I don't think these should be here.
I mean, okay, so let's look at it from an alternative angle. So we are looking at this, okay? There's fire. There's no distinguished apparatus. But if it goes out of control, what do we do to put it out of control? We can't. It potentially could burn this wooden, these tin frames around here.
Right.
We've got tires around. We've got a wooden door over there. So perhaps it is advisable, you and I, to kind of remove them under the under our moral guidance of they're on fire.
Fire
there's no
hazard.
one around. There's no one around to look after them. There's no fire extinguishable device beside of it. If there was one down there, then I would say someone's out here doing their utmost good to get some more gear for VU or whatever. So again, it comes down to what's in front of me, looking around, and it does look like it's a fire hazard. They're completely unattained. We've been here for a little while. You noticed it from back there. God knows it's been going. It could be going on all night. Someone could have been taken, and they've finished production, and they've gone for their own consumption, totally, within their rights, but have left them on. So to our point of view, I think we should remove them under the guise of they're a hazard.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, listen, I'm very much of the mindset that I'm not going to remove these and not document it as a means of trying to keep this under the radar. Ultimately, I just care about whether or not this shit is going to end up, with anything in fucking flames. Not only that, but the other concerning bit is a lot of times there's a box truck that's parked over there. And in pursuits, I'm sure you've seen this, people will very quickly go through this alleyway. Oftentimes people will hit the truck will turn sideways and then block it entirely, and then we oftentimes can get them boxed in here. The amount of times people have been boxed in this little cubby is crazy. Right. And now I'm thinking to myself, in a pursuit, if somebody were to come here, let's say the truck was there and there wasn't much of a gap, they go and turn around not realizing that's there, boom.
Okay, well, I'm with you. I've taken a picture of it. What I'll do is I'll take a wider scope of it so we can get kind of all this in here. The fact that it is a dead end, at the end of the day, it is definitely, as you said, fire hazard.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Opal a call because I know Opal had truthfully, because of the legislation up north, I haven't looked much into the moonshine related stuff. But I think a very quick question to Opal should clarify whether or not these smaller crates are in any way able to be utilized legally. Because based upon the legislation, it seems that there's only outlined use for businesses with the advanced stills. And I imagine that's on the basis that it's not, some homebrew, some small time stuff, because it's intended to be sold commercially. You should be using, commercial grade stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Opal a call real quick.
Yeah, give her a call. What I'll do is I'll document it and I'll throw a report up.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hello.
Hey, Opal, are you in the middle of anything?
Yeah, a little bit. What's up? How can I help?
I'll try to make it quick. I read through the legislation for moonshine stuff. Is there any anything allowing the use of the small stills, because I see outline stuff for the advanced stills, but nothing for the small ones.
Yeah, no, I think it's just the big ones, and there's like, I think there's 2 dispensaries, and I only know of 1 location, and that's down by the dock, so I think you get to take that.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna make sure it's fully documented and whatnot. I just didn't want to overstep, because I'm gonna be real. When it became like fully legal up north, I kind of just, I like mentally checked out, and seeing this in the city just like really threw me off.
I am also very checked out of it, but yeah, you should be good to take it.
All right, perfect. Will do. Appreciate you, Opal.
Yep, no worries.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Opal did say that as far as she's aware, there's only an outline for the big advanced stills for commercial use. So for small ones, we are clear to take them.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll put a report up. I'll put something in there. I'll let you know once it's all kind of...
take backup photos just in case, because you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
All right. All right, I ain't gonna do anything too crazy here. I'm just gonna take a gander. Okay. I'm looking them over. I want to make sure that, you know, none of them are in too poor a condition. All right, let me see if there's anything in this one. Oh, that one is clear. Here we are. I will also tell you this, if you're mostly unfamiliar with moonshine stills. So with these small ones, we can't exactly pick them up. They're not of, you know, industrial quality. So they, you know, they fall apart, essentially.
Okay.
So, you know, we're gonna put everything out. But the large ones, the ones in that photo, like the metal ones, those are strong enough to where they can be picked up, unless they have been in use for so long that they will essentially fall apart on their own, and we don't even want to risk picking them up. You can try to pick them up, but again, you're gonna very quickly realize that that moonshine still is of no use with the poor quality it's in.
Yeah,
and they'll go bad on their own. They'll rust away. But these we destroy these. The others get picked up, and they're fairly heavy.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Okay then.
All right. There we are. Turn that down. All right, got the fire out on this one. And we are good on this one. Ooh, that was a bit much. You ever destroyed one of these?
No, I've never messed around with one of them. It's okay.
Well,
you talk me through it. Talk me through it. Okay.
Well, there's a valve over there. You want to go ahead and twist it all the way to the left. Make sure it's closed.
Okay.
Is it left or right? Hold on.
Lefty. Well, I'm turning it to the left now.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's one of them valves where, you know,
lefty loosey, righty tighty.
I think if you're turning it, it eventually stops. It gonna close. It gonna close because it was open before. All right, here we are. Looks like. Looks like the fire's going out. Just give it a moment. Yeah. Then for the remainder of it, there you are.
Okay, so I'm just going to turn it all the way to the right now. Oh, I can hear the hissing slowing down now.
I believe in you. I trust and believe.
I've hit some. It's jamming. No, a little bit more force. Hang on. Oh no, it's easy now. Listen to that. You can hear it
Yeah,
slowing
you can.
down.
You can.
Okay, yeah. There we go.
Ooh. All right. Let's just we'll just take one final photo.
Sure.
We don't want people to think that, you know, we picked these up or anything and used them.
Randomly done them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The report is up. 22175. Sadly, I did have a load of templates done, but this one's not going in, so
Don't
it's
worry.
not going to look pretty.
Don't worry. Let's see here. I will throw myself as involved. What's your call sign?
6. Hang on. Call sign is 608.
Here we are. I probably also should have ran you through checking the contents of it, make sure that, you know, it wasn't filled with stuff. I did document the inside. I'll put those photos as well, just
Wonderful. Yeah.
Because if there was stuff, obviously we'd want documentation of that as well. Um, 90.
Yeah, I think we've covered ourselves and we've kind of stamped something out here.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm putting my report in now, and then we should be good. Two moonshine stills, that. Recording these smaller. All right. I should be good regarding my statement.
All good. Just on mine.
All right, I've gone ahead and tagged it Los Santos and Moonshine. Just in case. I think the worst part about our legislation is there's like damn near like 90 pieces of separate legislation, some of which only apply to up north, some which only apply to down south, and it's a pain in the ass to keep up with.
It really is. Plus, there's another thing, it's very ambiguous as well. I mean, reading what that legislation there really didn't help us, really.
It's tricky because I understand there being a level of vagueness involved in legislation. The tricky part comes where, like, you can't account for every situation, but, like, straight up, our questions could have been answered had there have just been a section titled, like, strictly prohibited, the use of any small, you know, stills for moonshine production, for example. That would have easily helped us here, because we pretty much had to read that all it did was allow the advanced moonshine stills under certain circumstances. But there's no mention of the small ones as far as I could see.
Well, even if it just said, if there's nothing inside and it's still ablaze, remove. As simple as that.
True. All right. We are good. I appreciate the assistance.
Hey, no worries at all. I like doing things like this, as you know.
Time to get back out there, and by that I mean reattach these doors. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm going to quickly just put down where it's going to be. Then I'm good to go.
Sounds good. Ooh.
Outstanding. I'm really pissed off my templates didn't save on my MDT. I spent an hour doing it.
Do you not have a report, like private report with your templates?
I did have. They're all kind of gone. So I can redo them again.
So what you should do is you should make a well, if you made it a private report, you should be able to find it fairly quickly. But because you're only going to be able to see your own private reports.
Yeah.
If you haven't,
and it's gone.
Yeah, if you haven't, well, even if it's not bookmarked, go to reports and then go to category and select private reports and then search, and only your, because you can only see your private reports.
The problem is,
should come up.
I didn't use the mobile data terminal.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
I used my desktop version back at the back.
I get what you're saying. Definitely do yourself a favor and throw it in a report. That way, there's no issues with like formatting, or, you know, a lot of people do like a bunch of color variations, but if you do it sort of externally, when you paste it, it might be a bit of an issue.
Yeah,
and then
look,
always bookmark it. Bookmark that private thing, and you should be good.
Wonderful. Well, are you a sheriff now?
No, I'm not. Are you asking if I'm the sheriff or if I'm just BCSO?
Well, you never just anything, Mr. Rhodes. You're one of the OG. You're one of the ones I've always looked up to.
I appreciate the kind words. To clarify, I'm a senior deputy by choice.
You are a senior. Okay.
So much so that my punishments, because I do not want a promotion, my threatened punishments are being promoted. I'm not kidding. It's I didn't even want the senior position, but here I am.
Okay.
It's definitely by choice. I can assure you of that. I've done my time in high command, and I just want to chill, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, look, the locker room talk between the cadets and PBO, you're one of the ones that always comes out on top. OG, the ones everyone respects. I love
Aw.
that. Beautiful.
I
well, I'm gonna
appreciate
get back
that.
at this.
All right, I'll see you out there. Will do.
Care. Thank you.
$390, 10-8.
Can someone give me a lift to my car at PDM, please? I'm at MRPD currently.
$390.
Thanks. I'm out front. I really do recommend PD2. I really do. Alright, good luck, sir. Good luck. Mr. Rhodes, hello.
Hello. Actual PDM or Mosley's?
No, actual PDM.
Got it.
Thanks.
What happened there?
Solo documentation of an S-Class boost because everyone was busy.
Oh, is that where the tracker is right now?
Yeah.
Did they fail the hacks or did they get boxed?
No, they got it done and then it was out and they just abandoned it. So.
Oh,
I think they're still
interesting.
on the ATM. Let's go rejoin. Are you guys still on this 80?
Good luck. Stay safe. Is Ventura around? Nope. For the fucking PD grandpa. Oh no. We're gonna start changing our hair to gray. If anyone notices, they'll get noticed in a heartbeat. Oh, BB. Ahem. Oh.
Offset.
You can't park there, Ian.
I was just in my head. I'll move it now. I've got my
Ian, come over here real quick. This. Ian.
Yep. I just had to move that before you were going to give me a citation.
I wasn't going to give you a citation, but can we go over the conversation we had regarding two-lane street, and if the curb is on your left when you're parking, you're doing something wrong? How is it that you tried to fix illegal parking by illegally parking?
There's just a garage there.
Well,
I was gonna open it up, you know, and put it inside. I was just making sure that
right,
you know, the coast was clear.
Right. Uh-huh. Ian, what have you done correct today regarding driving?
Took to the speed limit while driving to City Hall.
After passing several red lights, not coming to complete stop. Yep.
That was after a bit of education.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Ian,
So
listen,
it's a day of learning, it seems.
I trust and believe you